So in this video we will talk about ICAO language proficiency requirements and the items evaluated, the levels and much more. This is AE approach. Let's start up.
724, roger. Center maintain 2000.
Center maintain 2000, 724.
Comment 504 to center maintain 3000.
3000, comment 504.
Hello and welcome. My name is Santiago, and in this video I am going to help you understand ICAO English exams, what they evaluate and how, the differences between proficiency levels, and at the end I am going to give you top tips and pointers for successful test taking. Stay tuned. We will focus on ICAO's general requirements and descriptors, not on any specific exam. There are too many. So, as we all know, the objective of ICAO language proficiency is clarity in aeronautical radio communications, and this includes standardized phraseology and the use of plain language. So, we could refer to it as common or general English, which is a spontaneous, creative, and non-coded or non-technical, non-phraseological use of the language. In other words, it's the language that we use to communicate outside of the aeronautical context on a day-to-day basis. However, we all know that almost all radio telephonic transmissions are a mix between phraseology and plain language. For example, Alpha Echo 339er, clear for the ILS approach 09er, keep 170 knots or greater until final fix, or I will have to break you out. There are two planes behind you approaching to the same runway. Well, if you need us to, we could do 165 until 5 from touchdown, just to comply with stabilization criteria. Alpha Echo 339er, we're clear for the ILS 09er. So, language proficiency is not only knowledge of grammatical rules, vocabulary, and ways of pronouncing words. It's a complex interaction between that knowledge and certain skills and abilities. ICAO, for the purpose of radio telephonic communication, has chosen 6 skills. So the first one is pronunciation, which is the production of individual sounds and intonation and rhythm of words and syllables. While the second skill is structure, which is the accuracy of syntactic models and grammatical features. After that, the third one is vocabulary, that includes the words and fixed expressions of the specific language. After that, we have fluency, which is the ability to produce spontaneous speech at an adequate speed, which is 100 words per minute. The fifth skill is comprehension, the ability to recognize and understand speech. And the sixth and last one is the ability to have spontaneous dialogue and achieve communicative goals. This is called interaction. Now, the 6 skills build on top of each other as a pyramid. Pronunciation, structure, and vocabulary are the foundations upon which the skills of fluency and comprehension are built, and the 5 of them support the skill of interaction. So, as we know, ICAO grades each skill on a scale from 1 to 6, and the lowest passing score is 4. Remember that the lowest score will define the overall outcome of the test. And for the purpose of these videos, we will only focus on the upper proficient levels. So, level 4 is the operational level, which defines a good enough English speaker who can transmit meaning consistently, even with many errors in all of the skills, especially under unusual or unexpected circumstances. The speaker has to display ability to clarify in case of misunderstanding, speak at an appropriate rate, and use basic grammar creatively. The extended level, or level 5, describes a speaker who constantly transmits meaning with limited errors. This score is for speakers who rarely make mistakes that compromise effective communication. And even so, these mistakes should be well managed and solved, including unexpected or unusual circumstances. Now, level 6 is the expert level. This is reserved for very few individuals, but not exclusively native speakers, who demonstrate the ability to be natural, accurate, and coherent in a manner beyond very good proficiency. Being able to understand and express ideas outside of the aviation topics within any cultural or technical context. ICAO clarifies that native speakers could be considered level 2 depending on their specific regional variations of the language. And also, they see English as a world language because non-native speakers outnumber native speakers more or less 3 to 1. Now, let's talk about the tests. Language exams follow a defined procedure based on assessing principles. Of course, there are several formats of the exam, but they have to follow ICAO's regulations. These tests are made up by several tasks or exercises that could include an interview, picture description, audio comprehension, among many other. Hey, stay tuned for future videos of each task. And now, our general tips for a successful test. Number 1. It is an English exam, so try to avoid short answers or explanations, such as yes or no. You must demonstrate at least level 4, and this includes the ability to produce concrete and coherent answers. However, it is not a technical exam. You will not be rated on the technical accuracy of your answers. Number 2. Do not speak in technical vocabulary all the time. It could be counterproductive as the tester might ask you further about these technical concepts. Clarify the technical aspects of your speech as if you were explaining them to a non-pilot friend. Number 3. If you are taking the exam with another test taker, try to keep your interaction cordial. Do not try to impress the examiner by being demanding with the other test taker. It is not a competition. Number 4. Humor and lightness in your interaction will show a comfortable stance. Take it easy during the exam. Keep the interaction relaxed for better performance. Laugh off your mistakes. Make a joke. This is very important. Number 5. Test taking is very stressful, and this stress leads to performance degradation. This should be clear to you, and thorough exam preparation will help you deal with this. Number 6. There is a balance that must be maintained between accuracy and fluency. Accuracy being perfection of sentences, pronunciation, high-quality vocabulary, and grammar, and fluency being rate of production. You cannot sacrifice one or the other. Number 7. Whenever you hear yourself making a mistake, immediately correct yourself. And number 8. Become familiar with the tasks. Visit the website. Ask for testimonials. This will give you a clear idea of the exam. And last but not least, watch our videos. Alright, in this video we explored the behind the curtains of the ICAO LPR exams, what is being evaluated and how, and we gave you general tips and pointers on how to approach the test. Before we finish, we would like to ask you, what has been your experience with Aviation English exams? Were you satisfied with your performance? Happy with the result? How do you think you could have improved? Leave the answers in the comment section. So on the next set of videos, we will go through each one of the skills that are evaluated. We will give you tools on how to improve them, and we will tell you what to do and avoid during the exam. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to subscribe and activate the notification bell to receive new content. Share with others. Hit the like button and leave a comment giving us feedback and ideas for future videos, as well as asking any questions regarding this video. This was AE Approach, and we will see you next time.